I am fairly happy with some things that are taking place in my healthcare. I'm finding that the iodine mouthwash that I've been using, it's working. It's honestly working. My gums seem to be sticking. They're closer. They're almost like the little V that was in the bottom of my teeth here. It's literally shrinking onto my teeth, so it's almost like it's been regenerated. And so I'm doing the iodine mouthwash every day. I do it every day. Sometimes I do it about 3 times a day. Whenever I'm in the bathroom, I leave a little bit of the iodine mouthwash that I've made. I leave it on the side of the cupboard and I gargle just 3 times a day, and it's working. Listen, I've had these teeth for 65 years. I'd like to keep them for as long as I have left. So I've been doing that. I also read up on cayenne. Cayenne, how it will literally stimulate the tissue. And so cayenne has been known to help with high cholesterol. It's been known to help with high blood pressure. It thins the blood without creating any major issues. Now, if you take aspirin for blood thinning, and I did for a long period of time, I did, and then I was realizing I was getting a lot of headaches, and I had a lot of trauma to the head from a relationship I had been in a number of years ago, where the head was his favorite spot to hit. So I'm just going to put that out there, right? So, and with some pretty severe hits I took to the head, and so that created a clot. And then my blood was being thinned by aspirin, and so not only was it thinning my blood, it was thinning my vessels, and I was getting, excuse me, the problems with my stomach. So aspirin will thin a lot of your internal elements. Let's just put it that way. And so I think I created some of my own problem as well as having the trauma to the head area. However, cayenne is a whole different matter. I have no issues with cayenne. I drink cayenne water every day. If I'm feeling dizzy, and what happens with my health is when the weather starts changing, I love the fall, but when we go into the fall, okay, I get that the change in the barometric pressure, whether it drops or it raises, whatever, my body is like a bloody thermometer. And so I have a lot of dizzy spells. And when I take a mouthful of the cayenne water, boom, it's gone. So whatever there is that's building up in my system, I'm able to protect myself. I'm protecting the flow of my blood, let's put it that way. And I've been finding that not only is the iodine mouthwash helping with my gingivitis on the 4 front teeth, but also I believe that the cayenne water is stimulating the gum, because the gums, they were red and inflamed and to the point where, I mean, they weren't bleeding, but they were getting to that point, right? And the gums have receded so far. And so I still need to get that taken care of. I think they do the pinholes where they can pull it up. At least I know my daughter had a friend in grade school, I think, or high school, who had that done, and her teeth are beautiful now. So I'm hoping maybe I can get that done, but I'm taking care as much as I can. But I am going to continue with the iodine mouthwash. I am also going to continue with intermittent fasting. I've been finding that I've been lackadaisical, and I've been spending a lot of time indoors with that transition in the weather. And so it's wearing on my health. It really is wearing on my health. When you're stuck in the house and you're in the same environment all the time, it gets a little mundane. And so, I'm thinking I might need a little bit of a trip. I might need to go on a vacation somewhere. You never know. Anyway, so I've been sticking to these things. I am going to be doing fasting for 5 days once a month, okay? And that's to reset my body. I've had a lot of health issues in the past 8 to 9 years. I had a heart attack. I had 2 strokes, and 3 bouts of cancer, okay? And I believe it all contributes to poor diet and stress, right? You can be stressed about other people. You don't have to necessarily be stressed about yourself or your life. And I was finding that I was stressing myself out over things that were taking place in other people's lives. And so I have to learn how to bring that down, that part of my personality where I'm a worrywart. I have to learn how to control that. And so I'm doing it. I'm doing it one way or the other. I'm going to do it. But I am going to continue with the fasting. I do find that it does reset your body. It's an odd thing, but after, I think it was my 4th day of fasting, and I went for 10 days. I went for 10 days without any food, just fluids. No food, just fluids. I can't believe I did that. And when I did that, I went down to 128 pounds, okay? Now, the past week or so, I've been lackadaisical. I've been eating toast, like seed toast, but I've been eating toast. And I've been eating things that I don't normally eat. Excuse me, I got a frog in my throat. Hang on. Yeah, so I've been lackadaisical. I have been doing my exercises. I've been doing my meditation. I've been doing my yoga. I've been doing my Tai Chi. And I did find a video where they actually, instead of say, would you like to join the course, where they actually show you the exercises. And so, you know, there's quite a few of them that I can do. And it only takes like 10 to 15 minutes a day. And, you know, normally if I go walking, I love to walk. And in the nice weather, I love to walk. But like I said, things are not as safe in my environment anymore as they used to be. But we're going to see what I can do. I might have to get a Doberman. I don't know. Anyway, I am going to start walking again. But there are some things that I'm going to incorporate into my routine daily, which is the iodine mouthwash, the cayenne drink, the exercise, and the fasting. The fasting is the quickest way to reset your metabolism, your metabolic rate, right? And so even the cayenne water will encourage the body to break down the food quicker. And so I find that before I go to bed at night, so I don't have a stroke during the night, I will take a mouthful or two of cayenne water and then go to bed. Now I'm finding that my sleep is not, it was for a period of time due to stress, it was being interrupted, and now it's not. So my body goes in these, my body literally goes in these cycles, you know, and I think I literally, truly believe that it's due to the moon cycles, because during a full moon, I used to work in a lot of different areas. And when I worked in long-term, I noticed that the seniors who had Alzheimer's and dementias, that their behaviors would become more pronounced during a full moon, the week before and the week during and the week after, right? So it's a long period of time, but your body is affected by the moon and the stars and the barometric pressure. Trust me, that's definite. That's a definite. So I am focused on that. I'm focused on bringing my health back. I'm finding that my skin is a little bit better. I do hydrate every morning before I have a coffee or my supplements or anything. I have a glass of water and I take a little bit of pink Himalayan salt, put it on my finger, on my tongue, let it dissolve, and drink my water. So these are just things that I'm going to do, but I am going to have to focus really bad on my diet. I'm going to focus really strongly on my diet in the next couple of weeks. I did make it down to 128 pounds, but like I said, I've been lackadaisical, and so it kind of goes up and down, up and down, up and down. So I got to get a firm grip on this mind of mine, because the mind helps to control the body and what you eat. Truly, it's a mind thing. So I shall see you on the next video. The good Lord be willing. And you know, it doesn't hurt to try new things. You never know. It might just work for you. So I shall see you on the next video. The good Lord be willing.